Today, everybody, what we are going to be talking about, if you just joined in, if you have been here, you probably already know, we're going to be talking about Flexinja. He is a YouTuber who recently blew up. He is an Omen main. I think that he played almost exclusively Omen all the way to Immortal in the beta. He did hit Immortal 2, I know. I don't know if he got any higher than that, but Immortal 2 is pretty freaking high, you know? And that, like, a lot of people say that Omen plays don't actually work at higher ranks and stuff. So we're actually going to be going over some of his videos where he does these Omen plays against higher ranked players and why they work and exactly what he does exactly and why they work, you know? Because a lot of people are like, well, I try to do aggressive Omen plays and they never work out for me. And there is a reason that when he does them, they work out, and when you do them, they don't work out. Oftentimes, there's little different things that he does, little bits of information that you maybe don't pick up on. But yeah, we're going to go over all those things, so I'm excited for that. We have 3 different clips from 3 different videos that he's done. If you guys don't know Flexinja, I would definitely recommend checking out his YouTube channel. I will link that for you because I feel like that's probably a respectful thing to do if I'm going to be talking about his videos on my stream. He seems like a really genuine dude, too. His Omen plays are, like, really good. He does a lot of these different like montages and stuff like that. He's been creating YouTube content for like years too, so like good on this guy for his channel blowing up and everything. I think he says that he's going to be creating full-time content now. I went to his stream and unfortunately I didn't see any streams that he was doing, which I'm kind of bummed about. I wanted to find some stream content so we could go over like a full game. So if in the future he does upload like full games and stuff like that, we might be able to go over something like that. I think it's really good for me to look at another Omen player's perspective and just be able to break down what he does, because like I know what I do in the moment, but like my plays are also against like worse players, so it's nice to see like a player who's like playing at a higher rank and he can actually do these things. So here is his channel if you guys are looking for him. So the first clip that we're going to be looking at is from this game called or from the video called "This Is Why I Made Omen." All of these are basically just Omen highlight videos, so I'll give the titles anyway just in case you're looking to go see them. But like basically we're just going to be breaking down individual plays within these 3 videos. So the first play right here, you see he's playing catwalk right here, and he goes for this teleport into the smoke, which is a dangerous move, right? They could have had anybody playing here, right? So for him to go that, he does get the kill on the Raze, which is awesome, dude. The Raze is kind of just throwing a nade there. You're thinking, why does this Raze look like a bot? Why is she throwing that? Whenever I peek there, there's like 6 people staring at me. We're going to continue the play.
Fuck.
Goes for the teleport there. Kind of mucks it up, but it still actually works out well for him right there, right? And he gets the triple kill right there. That's the entire play. That's the one that we're going to be breaking down there, okay? Now, a lot of other people, when they try to do this play, they probably end up dying. And you're thinking, well, how did he just like do that? Like, okay, well, he got lucky that nobody was in that smoke right there or anything, right? So we're going to break down exactly what happened right here. And we're going to take it a little bit slower. Do I want to slow it down? Well, we'll slow it down speed, or we don't want to do it like normal speed, right? We're going to do like 0.5 speed right here, just so I can keep up with it, right? So you see, at the very beginning, the reason that he goes for this teleport, you can see he's kind of thinking about it. He kind of peeks it. He has the smoke deep and everything. The reason that he's able to make this teleport safely is because the Raze Boombot has already smoked this out for him, right? The Raze Boombot goes straight through the smoke, and this tells him this smoke is clear. I am capable of teleporting into the smoke where it is probably safe, right? There's a chance that somebody could be on the right side, like inside the smoke. But for the most part, this Boombot went through the smoke. It looks pretty clear, right? So he decides to go in here. Did he mask his TP in the Brim ult? I think that he did. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily like call this as something that he maybe necessarily did. Also, I do want to preface this. As I'm breaking down these plays, I don't want to act like any of this is like Flexinja, like consciously like thinking these exact same things. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but it's just like, you know, when people are like, the artist meant for this to mean this, it's like maybe he did this and maybe he's just fucking around and maybe just teleported right in here and it worked out well for him. I'm giving you the reasons why it could have worked out well, right? So maybe he knew about this, maybe he didn't. It turned out to be a good play. I'm telling you, this Boombot is probably the reason that he did teleport into this in the first place. And you're gonna think, okay, well, he peeks out of the smoke and they neglect the teleport noise, right? This Raze is throwing a grenade at like wherever. Why wasn't she looking at the smoke? The reason that the Raze was probably looking at the smoke, and I'm going to tell you this, if you watched any of Flexinja's videos, something that he does very frequently, and can I load into game here actually? I want to load into game just so I can like visualize it. I love custom maps on this game. Just loading in, just being able to walk around. The very first thing I did when Ascent came out is I just walked around, dude. I loaded into a custom map and I just walked around. Very good ways to actually learn different places too. If you're ever like playing a position and you don't know what to do on that position, definitely just load into a custom game and just like look around the map. Look around. What teleports could I do in this situation? How could I fall back? What spots seem like the most comfortable spots for me to play? Doing all of these different things is going to really help you improve at the game. Just feeling more comfortable in your place, because Omen's a very like quick character, right? It's quick decision making. So if I'm very comfortable in a position and I know exactly what my next step is, if I'm like pushed back or if I need to fall back or anything, that's gonna be really good for me as a player. So for example, something that I do very frequently here on short, and I've talked about this in multiple videos. If I'm holding this angle and I start getting like pushed aggressively, or if I get like slowed off right here, something that you can do is you can throw this falling smoke right here, right? The round has not started, so I can't actually throw that. Something that you can do, right, is you can like throw this falling smoke and then you can teleport up to it, right? And this is something that I do like pretty frequently. I like this play a lot. This play feels very comfortable. Not when you fall off necessarily, but so the reason that he this raise was probably not looking at the smoke right here, is because Flexinja is a player who really likes to teleport into this cubby. He's kind of like coined this play where he'll like do this little thing, you know, and then it makes the teleport noise, and then he's like chilling in the cubby. And I'm pretty positive that this is the reason that this Raze actually is throwing this nade in this direction. She's throwing this nade towards the cubby because she hears the teleport. She is reacting to this teleport, whether you believe it or not. She's throwing this nade to deal with this. And instead of him going to the cubby this time, he's gone into the smoke, which is like, it's a less predictable play because he's already prefaced it with these like different aggressive plays, right? He didn't just go for this round one, which is something that I have done recently, and it didn't work out. I was YOLOing it, and I went straight in, dude, and they spray through the smoke and they try to kill you, right? But when you follow up a play like this with a play like that, right, where you do like teleport thing, it works out just a little bit better. The enemies aren't quite thinking that. They're thinking, okay, well, last time he teleported to the cubby, so we're gonna react to this, and it doesn't work out well. All right, you'll see that he follows up this play too. I think this is really good. He after he gets the kill on the Raze, he immediately starts going over towards hookah. It looks like they're playing a default to this position, so probably means like 1 or 2 outside of showers. You have the Raze right here. There might be somebody right here, which is why he doesn't push this direction. He would have to push through the smokes. They already know that he's there, you know. That's probably not a very good idea. But he's able to just kind of run over here towards mid and try to see if he can clear that. He doesn't actually end up seeing anybody over here. But eventually, it looks like the Omen probably TP'd over here onto site. It looks like that's where 2 of his allies died. And he comes over here. He sees the Omen blind. And because of the Omen blinds here, he knows that the Omen knows that he's here, right? And the Omen's probably going to push off of this blind, which means that when somebody comes to clear an angle, they like visually, right? This is how you're going to clear an angle, right? And notice my field of view at this point in time. If I'm coming around here to clear this angle, I'm not seeing anything like right here, right? Even though he messes up his TP, he ends up right behind the Omen, which is like, this is really good because when you're clearing this angle, right? I'm not going to see that. It doesn't matter if he messes up the TP or not. He goes for it, and it puts him in the position where it's like, if you don't react to the sound right away, you're going to end up dying. The teleport is fast enough where it's like, you hear it, but you don't really register, okay, well, where is he going? You're coming to clear this angle. Maybe you don't even know that Omen is necessarily right here. You know that somebody's right there. And he comes to clear this angle, and he gets taken out and stuff. So this works out okay for him in this regard, right? Silva kill. He just kills Silva.
Oh, he's dumb. He's dumb.
I like the highlight of he's dumb. I think that's funny. He like, maybe the Omen should have seen him, but like for the most part, it's like that was kind of just an outplay, right? He just outplayed the Omen. So we're gonna go to the next clip right there. That was just the first clip right there. I just wanted to highlight the use of the boom bot and everything. He didn't just blindly teleport into a smoke and like hope that it was okay, right? He used the different utility to his advantage, things that like people maybe wouldn't necessarily know. And then he also used his previous plays to his advantage in this particular point in time, right? Moving on to the next game right here. This one he's going to be playing on Ascent. This one was done in a scrim with a ton of his friends, right? So he's playing with a ton of people. I think that I'm assuming that his friends were probably also like very good players. He does this teleport over here onto Ascent. This is actually a very good location to teleport to. I'm going to see if I can load into an Ascent map right here. So the spot that you see him teleport into here is over here on Ascent. He teleports right into heaven. There's this nice little cubby right here. It looks like it's like literally made for Omen to teleport here, which is really sexy. And he teleports here after the Phoenix has ulted. I don't know if he necessarily knew that the Phoenix ulted right here. Again, I don't want to say that like this is necessarily what he exactly knew and this is exactly why he did it. There might have been some he just ulted here and then the Phoenix was actually ulting and it was like just kind of coincidence and it worked out well for him. But he ults into this position right here and he drops the smoke. He does this at the same time that the Viper wall comes down. And the reasoning for this is probably because once the Viper wall comes down, rotates start coming in generally. Once people see the Viper wall, it's kind of telegraphed that, oh, they might be pushing this location. So they'll probably rotate some people here. That's why he lands the smoke here as well. Because when he's coming in, he doesn't want somebody peeking him from this angle. And now he's able to actually challenge them over here. He sees the Phoenix ulti there. And he just kind of waits for it. That's pretty much what you do when you see Phoenix ulti. You know, you just kind of wait patiently. He's ulting out Cout. He gets the kill on the Phoenix. And what does he do next? His next decision. Here's somebody CT. And he decides to go for an incredibly aggressive TP right here. Into that corner. And you'll notice this area that he TP'd to, right? It isn't necessarily the safest area to TP. Like, if they're rotating from anywhere in CT, they're going to see this guy, right? Anywhere right here, if they're looking like right up here, they're going to be seeing him. The problem amounts to when they're rotating and they're already rotated and they're holding an angle like this. What are you going to do when you clear this, right? You're not clearing it like this, okay? You clear it like this, you know? You check this angle right here. Okay, now we got to check this angle. There's already a smoke down right here, so they're kind of wary of the smoke. They know that Omen is over here. They know that he's here because he killed the Phoenix, right? So they're going to clear this like a normal person, you know? So here's the footsteps coming here. And he uses the smoke to his advantage for him to teleport into this corner here. And he uses the enemy's sight lines against themselves, right? When he's clearing this angle, he does have an op too, which even restricts his vision even more. But when he's clearing this angle, he's not looking over here. He's looking over here. So it's really a kind of a combination of the timing and just like the enemy sight lines, right? If he had done this teleport earlier, it would have gotten him killed. But if he did it later, then maybe it would have gotten him killed as well, because they would like the smoke would already faded. He would have been like in this position, right? It was kind of like a perfectly timed teleport where he hears the footsteps, he knows they're going to be clearing this angle soon, and he goes for just kind of a dumb teleport into this, and it works out okay for him, right? And the reason that it wasn't done is because of the timing and everything, right? And he had already gotten the kill in the Phoenix here. This wasn't a terrible decision by him, and it works out well for him. It could have worked out poorly, but that's the reason that it did work out well, you know? Is because these people are pushing up here, and it's all based off of timing, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, well, when I try to do these things, it gets me killed. You might be doing it too early. That might be a problem that you're having. Maybe you're teleporting too early. Maybe your timing's a little off. Maybe you need to be just a little bit more patient on these teleports, right? If I had just gone for this right away after getting that Phoenix kill, guarantee it would have gotten him killed. Guarantee it. Because these people would have been rotating up. They would have seen him. If he had done it just a little bit later, probably would have gotten him killed as well. I felt like he got lucky that the Sage wasn't looking. The Sage looked like she was going to rotate through mid. I don't know exactly why she was doing that. Or maybe she was going through grass. Is that what she was? Yeah, whoever that is right there. That's the Sage, right? I think she sees the teleport coming in and she didn't have her rifle out. And I think she has an Odin. Is that an Odin right there? That is an Odin. So this is why the Sage actually backs off there. Notice she's running with her knife out on this rotate. Makes sense, you know. Generally, it's a long distance rotate. She pulls out her knife, and she sees him teleport there. She actually swung at him too. That's hilarious. Is that Reyna? Is that a Reyna? I can't even tell, dude. With the outlines that he uses, I can't even tell. She has to pull to the side to actually pull out that Odin. Is Odin a common gun on Reyna? I don't really know. That's weird. Odin's definitely not bad. You definitely take the Odin for like the wall pen, I feel like, though. If you wanted to like hold down an angle, I feel like you take the Odin. Or if you wanted to like cheat something. But anyway, yeah. This is a good spot to TP. If you're ever going to TP right here. I like the smoke that he combined with it too. Just combining the smoke makes it a lot more difficult for anybody to push you. And then you can basically just hold down this position right here, right? Omen smokes make people so wary. Once you drop this, rotates are going to be so much slower. Along with the ulti, once they see the smoke here, they're going to be like, is he in the smoke? They might start spraying through it and stuff. They're not just going to full push through this, right? They're going to be taking their time on that. And that's there's a lot of value to that. Wasting more of the enemy's time. Even if you're not even here, right, by the way. You can just throw smoke. And enemies are going to be like, well, is he here? Is he there? You can ult B, and you can still smoke this exact same spot. Anybody who's rotating through heaven, they're going to kind of stop here. And they're going to be like, well, is he here? No? That's going to slow him down. Okay, we have one more game that we're going to go over. And that is our third game here. It's going to be from the video, Why Omen is Amazing in Ranked. And it's very similar to this play, right? It kind of comes down to timing, but I think there's a kind of useful tip that I can utilize here. So we're going to load into the map Haven before we do this. One more time, providing emphasis to why can he get away with dumb teleports when I can't, you know? Because a lot of people try to do these things, and a lot of people, it doesn't work out for them. And I don't want to say too that he never has like plays where he like messes up. He even shows them in his videos, right? Where like he'll have plays where it just doesn't go well, right? That's gonna happen to any Omen. It's just like the amount of plays that you can have that go well though, if you're doing this like smartly, or like at least like with a little bit of brain, is so much higher. So he's playing over here on Haven. I'm gonna start this play. He has the smoke down. He drops another smoke because he knows that his smoke's going to fade soon, and he comes in here. This is the only critique that I have of this play. He probably should have first checked the smoke with his pistol, but he goes in right here, right? He lands the TP. How does that breach not see him? How did he not see him, you know? Raze isn't even looking. Now the Brimstone reacts. He gets the double. He ends up going down. Still a good play, though. He does get the double on pistol round and everything. Now it's a 4v2 in this situation. That's a pretty good opportunity for his team right there, right? So we're going to rewind it, and we're going to go through. It's a very short play. That's what I love about these plays, you know? They're like very short things, but there's still a lot that you can talk about, right? So we're going to go into it. Okay, so the beginning of this play, I'm not sure if I showed that previously. I think I might have started it too late. The Sova uses his recon dart, and he spots 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? They call out 5 mid, which is probably likely. There's probably 5 mid. But there's a potential chance for like a lurker or anything. But he replaces the smoke. He knows that none of them were in the smoke at the time of the Sova dart, unless the 5th one was in the smoke. But he comes through here. Like I said, I still would have approached this with your pistol out, but then he could definitely switch this to his teleport and go for this TP. And he uses his teleport pretty late into the round, right? As far as the rounds go, it starts at 140. He does it around 123. That means that there was like 17 seconds of these guys just sitting in middle shooting stuff, right? And something I wanted to comment on is the placement of this smoke right here, right? He places the smoke like this for the reasoning that if the smoke is right here and they need to exit the smoke, they can only exit it from this location, right? From the doorway. A lot of the times when people place smokes, they'll place it like kind of like in the center or like halfway, you know? If you place a smoke like right there and like say you're holding like something over here, they can like strafe out of this. So they can come over here and they can peek you. They can kind of work their way over here. They can peek you for out over here. There's just a lot of different angles, and you're gonna have to adjust further, right? If they peek out of any of these sides, you're gonna have to adjust a little bit more. So if you place a smoke like right here, they can only enter from the doorway, right? So this smoke is like a good smoke to place if you're going to place smokes like this, or say you wanted to smoke off say you're attacking and you wanted to smoke off like garage right here, you want to smoke it like that. You don't want to be smoking it like this. They can strafe out of there. They can like find their way out. If I'm strafing out of this, I can kind of come to cover over here from this like long area. You want to be smoking it from the entrance. But the other reason that this actually really works well for Omen is because of the globe effect here, and because you can actually teleport out of them. When he places it like this, it gives him further distance on his teleport. Really, it gives him further distance. Look how far you can actually teleport out here. He comes up to about this position, and he teleports out, and he lands like right next to the breach, like right here as he's exiting the spawn. Breach is coming out over here. You don't generally clear this early into the round. You're like, what, 17 seconds into the round? What's the odds that there's going to be an Omen like right here, right? So he comes out like this, and he ends up getting taken out by the Omen who's teleporting right here through this aggressive TP and stuff. And he's able to get a couple kills on that. It's like a combination of the timing, right? And just like just understanding how players react to things, right? You don't generally clear angles, like every single little angle this early into the round. He knows that it's very early into the round. He knows that he's capable of doing this TP, and he comes out with it, and he's able to get a couple kills off of it. This works out very well for him. Now, if you come out at the beginning of the round, a lot of people are going to watch this play, and they'll be like, well, Flexinja did that, so they'll try to do this exact same thing, but they'll do it right out the gate, right? They'll smoke this, and they'll be like 6 seconds into the round, and they'll go for this TP. There's still players exiting this area at this point in time. They were 17 seconds into the round by the time that he did this. Players are already out mid. He knew that there was 4 of them out mid. They're not going to be watching this spot at this point in time, right? It's all about timing in the situation, right? That's all I gotta say though. We're probably gonna like edit the sound and stuff and upload it to YouTube. So if you guys enjoyed this talk and you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube channel down below. Follow us on Twitch. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and sometimes in the morning and stuff like that. I freaking love your faces. Join the Discord. We have so many awesome people. You see a lot of them in chat right now, and I don't really know what else to say. We're working on new merch right now too. I commissioned a guy on Fiverr. He's working on it. He sent me some examples right now. The examples were final products actually from Fiverr, but I feel I've never utilized revisions. I always feel bad asking people for revisions on Fiverr, even though you're paying for them. So I was about to be like, yeah, they're good, but I was like, you know what, dude, this is my merch and I want to freaking wear it. So I was like, hey man, could you adjust these things? And I think that he's working on them. I don't really know. He hasn't responded back, so I guess we'll find out. But waiting to hear back on him. Yeah, this is fun.